Okay. But hey. Oh, all right. A little bit of radioactive fallout, nothing to worry about. Things going around the lab. But hey, no experiment is a failure. And there's a time and a place for everything, kids, and it's called college. All right. So, all right. When you live with a narcissist, they will so destroy your identity that you don't know who you are anymore at the most base level. And check this out. All right. Now, I am an obsessive DVD collector because I don't like the spinning circle. I don't like paying for services. I like doing things on my own terms. So I have a big library of books, comic books, vinyl, DVDs, all the Disney VHS classic. I mean, I've got it all. I mean, I could run a television station for a year, no problem, and never play the same thing twice. And I got all the good shit. But, okay, check this out. I identify as rock and roll is my religion and my law. And like the first band I was ever in, it was me and this cat, Greg Smith, who later became he was a percussionist, high school marching band. And he had a trap set. And I had just got an electric guitar, and I'd seen the Eddie and the Cruisers movie, and I traded my comic book collection because back then, you weren't getting pussy because there weren't any, hookers dressing up like Hawk Girl at Comic-Con, all right? You were there to buy comic books, and you were pathetic, all right? You were a nerd like I was, okay. So anyway, I was like, this ain't hitting it. I was a young man of a certain age, so I gave away. If I had this comic book collection now, I could have a house and a car. But anyway, I let some dude just rape me for and then I took that and I bought a shitty Fender Bullet guitar, right? My mom helped me out with an amp. That's how bad God did me in. But anyway, so rock and roll is my religion and my law. But I had seen Eddie and the Cruisers at the Trial Theater at a little grindhouse. And I'd had the Mel Bay chord book it's a pawn shop now, and you can still get a guitar in there up here in Chirac. But it was banjo casings. And it was an old dude, this old wizard, and I bought my first electrical in there. I didn't plug in, but then later. Well, anyway, so I had a Fender Bullet, and I learned from the Mel Bay chord, and I was like, the Eddie and the Cruisers came on with their song, and I was like, I know this. It's E-A-D-A-A because I put the hours in, right? And I was like, and I was decoding it. And you know what? Getting back to my original point, living with a narcissist, I've been collecting all these DVDs. Why didn't I have Eddie and the Cruisers, right? And the whole thing is later when I was in culinary college, I noticed that they had a lot of VHS there. But it had to be of a certain criteria, and I deduced that the certain criteria is that it had to have a literary component. But they had Eddie and the Cruisers. And you know what the literary component was? That's right, Rimbaud, Bo, all right. And then later, and this is my copy, I've carried this copy around. I did, from this translation, he's French, but from this English translation, I did a song in a metal band I was in California. Never made it out of the garage. Well, once. Fearless and Searching. And I chose that name because it's an Alcoholics Anonymous creed. It's one of the 12 steps. You must make a fearless and searching. You must make a fearless and searching inventory of those you have wronged, and you must make amends. So fearless and searching, it sounds badass. Anyway, so, but we had a song called Customs Man, which is from that Rimbaud. And the only thing I tacked on was I stole from Hoyt Axton's, later covered by Steppenwolf, The Pusher Man, which has the chorus, Goddamn, Goddamn, the Pusher Man. And the only thing I added was Goddamn, Goddamn, the Customs Man. It's the Customs Man, Arthur Rimbaud. So anyway, and that was the first, so I got with Greg Smith, and he said, and I played him the don't, jing, 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 don't, we're going to get to it in a second. And he said, can you do that same thing next week? And so I showed up, did it, and he had 10 motherfuckers in the room. Next thing I know, I'm in a band. Short story long, they kicked me out of that band after our first gig. Let's see if we can pull it off right now. All right, here we are. Salute. From out of the shadows, she walks like a dream. Make me so crazy, make me feel so mean. Never gonna sing it from the butterflies, never to the right side of the bar. On the dark side, on the dark side. Thank you, Melvin, Porter, and Banjo Davis, for all of Carolina. Get down with that bass and long bass line. One side, oh, no. You never lose the power. Make it so crazy, make it feel so real. And nothing gonna save you from a long life. Nothing's gonna try to cross the line. On the wrong side. That's the way it was back in the day, baby. Woo!
In the summer.